Hey everyone, Sergio with the RideShare Guy. Today's video is going to show you guys how to look at what the passenger paid. Look, a lot of people are talking about not being able to see what the fare is that's paid by the rider. Now, I have an Android. I have a Samsung S23 Ultra, fairly new, 6 months old. This is in my app. Now, you may have an iOS. You may not be able to do this. And in that case, you can always go to the website, Uber's website, and see each individual trip and what the rider paid and what the expenses were. But luckily, hopefully, in your app as well, this is how you do it. So here's the last few trips I did. Oddly enough, these two trips that you guys see there, 425 and 490, were the same passenger, right? 1.1 mile, less than 4 minute trip, and 1.2 mile, 6 minute trip. The 490 was on the way to a supermarket, and the other one was on return back to from the supermarket to her house. And so the way you do it is you click on, let's do the 425. You click on 425. You scroll up. You see that gray area? Most of you should have that gray area. If you're an Android on the Uber app, click on the gray area. That takes you automatically to the website. On the upper left-hand corner, there's the 3 horizontal lines. Click on that. You guys will see earnings up top. Click on earnings. There's 3 items there. You have to click on activity, the one in the middle. And then it gives you all the trips and all the debits and credits in your account. Now, let's click on the same 425. Same trip, right? That we talked about. This was from the supermarket back to the house. So you scroll up. That's the fare that I got, 425. Let's see what the passenger paid. In order to do that, towards the bottom, you guys will see more details with a down arrow. Click on the down arrow. It opens up a new page. Here's the fee summary. Customer price was $9.94 for literally, that's like $8 a mile. I think cabs are cheaper than that, but that's not the point. Then you guys see the breakdown. In California, we have Prop 22. Each trip, each rider pays 79 cents and more on deliveries. But that's a different story altogether. So for this less than 4 minute, 1.1 mile trip, Uber says that commercial insurance was $3.93. I am 100% sure that Uber is definitely pulling some shady stuff here. Then you have the 10-cent region city fee and my earnings. So here's the deal. This was, let's say, $10 paid for that short little trip by the consumer, the rider. According to Uber, they only made 87 cents. After all the expenses, what they paid me and everything else. Well, that's less than 10%. So everybody says Uber takes 50%, 60%. I agree. It's not less than 10% on this trip because the bulk of it, right? What I got paid is $4.25. The rider, passenger, paid $10. Well, 10 to 4 is $6. Uber took 60%. I don't care what Uber does with their own expenses. Not my problem. I have my own expenses. Am I crying about it? If after I took my expenses out, that trip probably was free. So, going back, click on the gray one again. Again, the 3 lines, earnings, activity. Let's look at this same passenger, literally this time from the house, her house to the supermarket. The $4.90 trip. Click on that. Just like the one before, scroll up, more details. Huh, look at that one. Now. That trip actually took 6 minutes and it was 1.2 miles. This time, Uber Algo decided to charge her only $7.91, $2 less than the shorter trip. If you guys can make sense any of this, please drop a line. Sergio at RideShareGuy.com. I just don't understand. On this one, they gave her a promotion. She had a flash discount. Okay. And third-party external fees. Look at the commercial insurance rate. $3.93. Same as the other one. Short trip, long trip, it seems like now there is a $4 minimum threshold going on with the commercial insurance, which I'm really, really digging deep into it. And look at this one. After what they paid me, which was $4.90, Uber claims, right, that they lost $2.21 on this trip. So on the last trip, same trip, except just the pickup and drop off was reversed, same passenger. Uber's claiming that in those two trips, they overall lost money. Are you guys buying that? This is how the take rate is calculated in Uberland. According to me, Uber charged the passenger $7.51 after the flash discount and paid me $4.90. Even under those circumstances, this time I made 65% and Uber made 35%. Let's look at one more trip and then we'll end it there. But this is how you guys do it. This is how you figure out the take rate. Again, the three horizontal lines on the upper left-hand corner. Click on earnings, click on activity. Let's look at a comfort trip, which had a tip in it. Click on that. So there's that fare, $6.90. So this trip was 4.1 miles. This is now, Uber only shows you period 3 with a butt in the back seat. This is from the time to pick up when I slide it over and start the trip to the end. 4.1 miles, 11 minutes in duration. And then the $5 tip. So I made $11.90. I grossed $11.90. And then same thing. Click on more details with the down arrow. Oh my freaking God. Oh my freaking God. They charged for 4 miles. You know what? This is outrageous. The passenger $35.57. And the $5, $40 this guy paid. He paid $10 a mile. He paid $40, including the tip, for a 10-minute trip. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't keep saying oh my God. Oh, never mind. I take it back. I take it back. This was the trip that had $20 lost item fee because he left it and I returned it, which I did the lost item video separately. But even on this one, Uber tries to make their take rate look low. The commercial insurance on that trip was $6.76, and Uber says they only made $1. Now, how is that possible? Why is Uber taking that $20 and deducting it from the passenger fare? Why? That should be completely a different line item. The rider paid for it, but why should that be in the expenses? This is more hocus pocus. I'll probably do a different video on this one. Well, lastly, let's look at one more trip that doesn't have these extras. Again, click on the gray. 3 lines, earnings, activity. Let's look at this trip right here. All right, so look at the differences. 4 miles, the guy paid $35. This is 9.5 miles, 15 minutes, all freeway mostly. This should be a good one. Let's see what the commercial insurance is on this one and what the take rate is. So I got paid $9. The only reason I was doing these because I had a 5 for $60 promotion. Click on more details. Okay, there you go. So customer paid almost $20. I got paid $9. Uber kept more than 50%. Third party fees. Look at the commercial insurance. $1 a mile in commercial insurance. According to, again, Uber Hocus Pocus, Uber says they only made $1 out of the 20. See what I'm saying here? Uber will claim that their take rate on this trip was 5%. Is it 5%? Or is it over 50%? I'm saying it's over 50%. And this is how you look at it. I hope this was instructional. Pass this video around. Join us every Tuesday. Show Me the Money Club. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And sign up to our free newsletter, www.therideshareguy.com. You be healthy and please stay safe.